Shuffle back.
Because I wanted to make a point, and then you ranted about fucking robots.
I would fuck a robot!
What do you get when a bunch of artists find old books and get drunk on their fantasies for adventure and boxed wine?
The Killustrators.
A Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Last time on the Killustrators.
I hop in and I've got my spear up to his throat. 2 fucking hands comfortably on that wheel.
You swerve a fuck ton. Now got 4 prisoners, including the dudes you fucked up.
I'm gonna walk back to the car where I left Wick.
It's like a real bummer in there.
I'm gonna walk up to the guards. There's been a situation.
Yes, we've been made aware.
There's 4 deceased and
4
captured.
Pretty much immediately you see Matt.
The train was being robbed, and they came to take your thing.
Is what we're transporting, is it what you say we're transporting?
Would you be opposed if we looked at it?
He unlocks the locker. For the most part, it seems like it is just like generator parts. But they get towards the middle of the thing, and it has this little black box. That's it! That's the thing I was looking for this whole time!
MacGuffin got.
The train pulls up in the town where you guys were headed to finish this delivery. You turn in a thing, because not only did you stop bandits, you returned a stolen item.
We've all been through a lot. It's been a long day. Yeah. If anyone is going to show up also at the Guildhall Tavern, then we can chat for that. Otherwise, I'll be there on my own.
Brix is gonna find a bustling place somewhere in the city, and she's gonna put down a handkerchief and then just curl up and look real sad.
Is this her busking?
Yeah.
Oswalt starts walking around the city. You know where I could find a cleric? I need a cleric.
The dude went in, he crouched down, and there was some winding light that spilled out. You could just hear the dude whose legs were once withered be like, "It's a miracle."
I'm gonna ask you a question, but I just want you to be honest.
I think I can do that, yeah.
Am I the bad guy?
He's just gonna put a hand on Oswalt's shoulder and say, I don't think you're the bad guy.
Once the tavern clears out officially, she's gonna make her way up to Oswald's room and just curl up next to him.
But in the middle of the night, anyone who has a room next to mine is disturbed awake by the sound of shouting and loud thumps and occasionally something falling over and breaking.
Hey everyone, quick note about this episode. We are doing a retcon. Last episode ended with us having a night in the inn after getting back from our job going super well, and we ended up at the breakfast table together. Gonna rewind a little bit. We're back in the middle of the night. Ooh.
So, it's the dead of night.
Alright.
Everything's settled down after Knack's huge freak out and people screaming about how they have jobs and families to take care of and just, all this horrible shit that he's ruining for everybody.
Thanks, Jeph.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we now join Art, who is attempting to meditate and rest in his room alone, but is having a difficult time, is having a lot of bad memories resurface.
Yeah, so Art's been thinking over a lot about what happened today. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of stuck with him. He's kind of sitting on when Libra was asking him why he couldn't just go help, and just seeing the shape that everyone was in has put him in kind of a bad place mentally. He's been trying to meditate and just hasn't been able to get back to it, especially after the disturbance from Nack. So he's gonna sit down and try and actually commune with his god for probably the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hot minute for sure. Art sits and kind of pauses on meditation, or trying to get back to that in the early morning, and prays to his god.
Great. Art closes his eyes and tries to commune with his god, and the connection is shaky at best, shall we say. So the words that you hear in your mind kind of broken apart, kind of like radio static, and you hear, or Art hears in his mind the words, "I see that it nearly happened again. How many times will you allow pain to come to others while you watch idly?"
He's taken aback. He probably didn't expect that to be like the first thing that his god would say to him after so long. But he says, "Please, I'm seeking guidance. I'm trying."
"I have long since given you my gifts. The gift of life, the power of life. And yet you seem to disregard it at every turn, every opportunity. You have to use it."
I can't disregard it. I can't have it. I don't feel it.
"I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, my son. I have graced this power upon you, and it goes unused. I watch you as you see pain come to others. And yet, this power just sits there, idly, unused, untapped."
Art's just kind of... I'm gonna say he kind of, like, shuts the door. He's kind of just like, "We've been here before. I don't want to hear it."
Before you are able to do so, however, you hear the words, "Have you learned nothing from the tragedy you watched happen before? You nearly let it happen again, Artorious. You stood by and watched as life drained from those around you, despite this power that I give you."
Yeah. So he's not feeling the best. Yeah. So I'm gonna say Art's kind of wrestling with that for the rest of the night/early morning.
For the next, at least 20 minutes, those last words are just continuing to echo in your mind. Not necessarily because of any magical interference or anything, just because it's just rattling around in your head.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not in a good way, and I'm gonna say is, fairly disturbed for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
So I would not put this down as a full rest.
No.
I would say he's
No.
not gotten a great rest this past night.
Mm-hmm. You were definitely tired, and you will take penalties for rolls
Yep.
today.
Well, Art's a little
Woof.
fucked up today.
Yeah.
Don't
So
worry
Art
about
is attempting to meditate for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But is kind of just wrestling, with a whole lot of memories from things that have happened before, and B, with this delightful conversation he had with his god.
Yeah.
He's a real jerk of a harvest god.
When you call, your friend, they're supposed to be your friend. When you call your friend for some guidance and they just lay it out on you. Lay out all the things that you were self-conscious of and shortcomings. And you're like, "Great, cool, I'm really glad we had this talk."
Oh, good. Thank you.
You know me so well. Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah, no worries, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Anytime,
Cool. Cool, yeah, so let's keep going. That's fine. Everything's fine.
dude. God's like, "Good talk, buddy."
Yeah, good talk, bud.
See ya.
Cool.
And now the sun, hours pass, the sun rises up over the mountains, and light spills out over the valley that you guys are in. And, birds chirp, children begin screaming because that's what they do. Just they run out into the streets and immediately are like, "Ah!" Because, for real, why though? Why can't kids do anything but scream? I hate it.
I'm trying to imagine
This
what...
is how we, quash creativity. You gotta just let them scream. Let adults scream 2K19.
Yeah, alright, fine.
I was trying to imagine what it would look like for Knack to wake up in the morning and, what a hotel room would look like after he slept in it. There's just mud and, birds' nests. Probably, a raccoon or two in there.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, bad
You'll have
shit
to
just everywhere.
open the window and just
There's just animals in there.
You're like a Disney
I
princess.
was gonna say, is it like a Disney princess?
But a lot, more dirty.
It's not birds,
God.
it's rats.
There's, a perfectly good bed, and then there's just a fucking nest in the middle of it. of just like
Nack hears a
soil.
knock on the door early in the morning. Housekeeping.
Oh no.
Knack looks around at the mess that he made from the night before, feels horrible about it instantly. He tries to scoop some of the dirt off the bed. He puts on his grass cloak and mask, rather disheveled, tries to kick some stuff under the bed, and then he opens the window, and all the birds and animals that have like come to rest in the room all flutter out. He takes one last look at the horrible room that he's left, and then he scuttles out and climbs down the wall.
Just out
And
of
then-
the room.
What a
Yeah.
shit.
Out the window.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Okay, I guess that's how that one ends.
I get into the street.
into the street.
Yeah, I climbed out of the window.
Yeah.
And then I go back into the guild
Oh,
hall
okay,
and
yeah, yeah.
go into the tavern.
And just, yes, ready for breakfast.
Knack has a bit of a limp this morning,
Oh.
Oh, no.
and he's all messed up. Like his grass is
mask
all
is
wrong,
crooked.
his mask is crooked, and he's not bothering to fix it. He's rubbing his arms together like he's feeling pretty bad about himself today. I go up to this little area of granola and berries, and I twiddle my little claws together, and I take a handful and pull it into the cloak, and then I take another little handful and feed it to the badger, who is tangled up somewhere inside my cloak. Somewhere. He just lives there. Then I hobble my way over to a empty booth far away from other people, sit in it, and just kind of rock myself in the booth for a while.
And every now and again, pop a berry into your mouth.
Yeah, just kind of finger picking the little handful of granola I have under my cloak. So right now there's just a bush sitting in a booth rocking back and forth.
That's not the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life. What about everybody else? Let's start with you, Brix.
Brix wakes up early enough that Oswalt doesn't realize that she was there, and she just heads down to the guild hall to acquire breakfast and potentially other things.
A ceramic bowl
Maybe.
full of loose granola and berries.
Yeah, she'll take a ceramic bowl.
Of loose granola and berries?
Yeah, and she's carrying it around with like her two paws, and she's looking for like a place to sit down.
And sees a bush.
And she's a shaking bush.
Sees and hears a shaking bush.
Yeah. So she's gonna make her
And
way over
honey
there.
faintly going...
Knack doesn't see you approach. He has... you can't really... I guess you can't see it through his mask. He has a 1,000-yard stare, just looking straight ahead and rocking himself in this corner booth.
Okay, well, she's just sort of standing there, just with her little bowl sort of out in front of her.
Oh.
So, can I sit here?
Knack starts a little bit and looks over. He pauses.
Hello?
He reaches into his cloak and notices that he's run out of rations.
Oh no!
He looks frantically through his cloak and looks over at you, and he reaches out with a timid hand and pats you on the head.
Yeah, everybody gets one. I'm gonna climb into the booth. So, sleep good? Were you the howling one last night?
Knack hunches over a little bit in embarrassment and looks at you and shakes his head. No.
Dope.
Dope. Just a couple of weirdos. It's fine. Dope.
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 Holy fuck, you got me fucked up, Brix.
Knack is his usual quiet self this morning.
Fair enough.
What is Oswalt up to?
Oswalt wistfully makes his way downstairs to the pub and grabs his breakfast, and then just looks around, sees them, and walks over.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I don't say shit. I just sit down. Hey, hi.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh.
Man,
Man, we were all just fucked up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
we were all so
we're having-
punchy, and now
I
I'm
know.
so sad.
We're on like a hangover of murder.
hangover of misery.
To be
Just
fair-
awfulness.
A lot of people died yesterday.
A lot of people died, and everyone had a bad interaction
Everyone had a bad time.
Nack had fun.
until the night,
Yeah.
and then
we'll get into that
and
later.
then Oswalt had someone explain to him why necromancers were bad.
Yeah, after...
Art's god yelled at him.
I'm fine.
Yeah, Brix is.
Brix is like, so it's a normal morning, let's go get a paper.
Yeah.
Oswald sits down and starts eating his breakfast, and he just kind of like looks around. So I hope you friends are feeling a little bit better this morning than I am. Awesome.
Nack, yeah,
And just
Nack-
keeps eating his.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say at about that point, Art's gonna have like made his way down, sat down with the group, and just been like, "Yeah, no."
Nah.
Fantastic.
Don't even start.
Yeah, yeah. They're just like, "Don't try me today." Fucking this guy.
Well, in times like this, I find it best to try to focus on the positive things that we've got going on. I mean, yesterday was powerfully fucked up. On the bright side, it was pretty cool when Knack jumped through the air and stabbed that guy in the car. That was pretty impressive, and he kind of like elbows Knack as like that was pretty good. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not in several pieces because our cat friend here was peppering that knife-wielding fuck with rocks throughout the whole fight. So
Yeah,
that,
did you see I got a really tight spin on one of them? It was really cool.
ooh, right in the face. It was tremendous. And then you also stabbed a man. That was pretty good.
You were shedding a lot. Like your weapons are just all over the floor. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I kept dropping everything.
You dropped like 3 weapons.
Why did I even have 3 weapons? That's my big
Yeah, I
question.
didn't even know you had that
I
many
had
weapons.
so many weapons.
Good
I didn't
lord.
know I had that many weapons. I just kept
Pretty
looking
good.
at my sheet and I was like, no, I still have this.
Which I didn't know you could carry that many weapons. See, impressive. Speaking of shedding, I was almost nude at one point. That was odd. It felt like he was doing that on purpose. I couldn't tell.
There's something wrong with being naked?
No,
Not inherently.
Cool.
At this point, Lieber is gonna hobble over and join you guys. Be like, do
Nack
you guys
just-
have room for one more here? God. Ugh. He doesn't have a bowl. He just has a big-ass glass of water.
Nack shuffles
Poor boy.
further into the corner to allow room.
Okay.
Oh,
he, like,
dear.
slumps down into a seat and is just like...
Speaking of great things, and Oswald kind of like slams his hands together, making a loud noise.
Lieber brings his hands up to cover part of his giant ears.
Boy, oh boy, you can run fast.
Yeah. Thanks. I get that a lot. I guess. Sure. How are you guys doing today?
Ah, fine.
Great.
Great. Yeah.
Cool. I'm not having such a great morning myself.
Yeah, you
God.
seemed to be having fun yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Not so much today. I think I agreed to go on a job with some guys. I still gotta return this thing. He pulls out the relic. He's like, I completely fucking forgot about this thing. I don't even know what this is. Oh god.
Do you have to
Oh,
go
I'm so fucked up.
back to Jonstrom for that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, Jesus. He just, like, kind of, like, crosses his arms on the table and rests his head down for a second. He, like, pushes his water glass away a little bit. And just
Oh,
groans. That's
Aw.
it.
Well, Well, you know what they say, buddy. They say you're very hungover and you should go back to bed.
I can't. I'm supposed to meet those guys in like an hour.
Knack reaches out and takes the relic and begins inspecting it.
Excuse me.
Knack winces and looks apologetic and puts it back on the table. But he pulls out a tiny little notepad and leans in towards it so his face is right next to it and begins scribbling.
Can I ask what you're doing, please?
He turns the notepad around and there's a perfect little sketch of the relic.
Oh, shit. That's pretty good.
Pulls the notepad back in and
Nice,
sits back.
Yeah. Art kind of
Libra,
gives Libra like a little pat on the head.
He just like reaches real slow and like slowly pulls it back towards himself and puts it back in his pack. What are your guys' plans today?
I personally can't speak for anybody else in the party, but whatever leads to me thinking about yesterday as little as possible sounds just like a fantastic idea.
I think I'd be right there with you. We could get back to it.
Knack raises a finger and says,
Life is death. It's best not to think of it. We do what we must to survive.
You're a real downer, dude.
he kind of buckles down a little bit.
He chugs his water real quick. He's like, I'm gonna take off. God. Oh my god. He hobbles off. Fills up his water thing before he like leaves the tavern. Chugs it again. Hobbles away.
Knack feels bad.
Oh.
Comes back real quick because he realizes he forgot his fucking metal rod. He's like, oh Jesus. Puts it on his back and runs back. You hear the gentle like as he runs off.
After Libra leaves, Art's just gonna like turn to Brix and be like, so you wanna go get a paper?
Ooh, 1 second.
I want to take a bowl.
Of course you do.
Slide a hand, please.
Okay.
Unless nobody's stopping you.
No, I'm not gonna stop.
I'm gonna take the bowl. No, I'm gonna like take it from you.
No!
That is a sleight of hand. Sleight of hand versus sleight of hand.
I'm just looking at
Whoever
you.
has the highest roll wins.
That's a 26.
Fuck.
Oh shit! Yeah,
No, it's definitely not me.
Yeah.
It's definitely not me.
Are you guys having a steal
So
off?
like,
No, I'm trying to stop her from stealing it.
so like you
I
reach
just
for
wanna
it,
know
but with
what's
her
gonna happen.
literal cat-like reflexes, she's like, and it's gone.
Just be like, you're not even trying to hide this from me anymore at this point.
I was supposed to be hiding it?
You shouldn't.
Oh, I love Brix so much.
As she's like putting it in her pack, like,
I don't understand.
It's not yours. How would you feel if I took one of your bowls?
But they're like mating pairs. You can't do that.
You have 3. It's not a...
It's a polyamorous relationship. Get your head out of your ass. God.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! I'm so sorry. Fuck! I didn't realize the situation was this dire.
Oh.
They're in love.
What the hell was that laugh?
So what if the bowl that you just took had a family here? There are other bowls up there. This isn't like the other ones. There are other bowls. I have my own bowl right here. You can't take this bowl.
Well, I could take a 4th bowl, and then it's got its friend.
and then can I steal a 4th bowl? I'm stealing a 4th
You
bowl.
can certainly try.
I am holding on to my bowl.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Yes. Like
Knack is
as
very
Knack?
quiet, so I
Okay.
don't know how to express this. Knack wants to see if there is a druid working at this guild.
At this branch?
Yeah. He just got this idea in his head while you guys were going on about granola bowls. And then he wants to find a strong druid.
A strong druid?
Yeah.
Strong
Possibly-
a strong druid.
Possibly here or in Jonstrom. But
Like the Terry Crews of druids.
he had a
basically?
project he was working on
Please.
before. He had... yeah! He had a project he was working on before he fucked off to do things with his group, and he wants to follow
Terry
up on it,
Crude.
but he needs help.
He needs help with
he needs a druid.
his project.
Yeah,
His project.
he has a little grass man with a robot arm that
He does have
Oh,
a little grass
yes.
man with a robot
that
arm.
he
Oh,
wants to turn
yeah.
into
I
something,
forgot about that.
but he needs help.
Okay. Working at this guild branch. So I assume you're like going around and asking around.
I shuffle out of the booth, and I walk up
Pushing
to the
bricks
front
out of
counter,
Yeah.
and I tap a claw on the table.
Hello, yes. How may I help you? Bush.
Mellow, are there any druids present in this guild hall?
In this one right now? Give me 1 second. He's gonna like pick up a fucking big book, flip through it, see who's scheduled today.
The reason I'm choosing this place to do this is because there doesn't seem to be too many druids in the fucking desert.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, probably not. You mean in
Back in
Jonstrom where they're in a
Jonstrom.
big
We're
fucking
near
canyon?
a canyon, yeah, and there wasn't a druid glade like anywhere nearby.
No. I mean, in this part, it's like significantly more foresty. It's all like pine shit.
Yeah.
Because
Ooh,
you're
pine
like,
shit.
yeah, pine shits. Because you're up in the mountains. It's colder here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The only things that can survive are like carnivorous trees and shit.
Yeah.
It's not super cold. You guys aren't like super far up the mountains,
Yeah.
but the temperature has dropped a noticeable amount. You're not shivering when you go out in the clothes that you have now, but it's definitely more brisk.
Oh.
I rolled a
Like-
23, by the way, for that
Oh,
bowl.
fuck you.
I've got a really good sleight of hand.
I'm also not going to be able to beat that, even if I roll a 20.
But you've already got it in your hand.
Okay, unless you're giving me a
I'm giving you a bonus, so we'll
'cause I
see
feel
how
like
much
it'll
it
just be, like,
is
a
depending on your
strength
roll.
And I only have a +1 strength. Even though I'm a paladin. so-
Hard cut
No, it wasn't that. It was
to the
I
war
would
of
roll a
bowls.
50.
I
Plus
was
whatever
really
bonus.
hoping you got a nat 20.
I know, and I didn't. And then I moved the dice and it rolled to 20, and I was like,
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna-
you try to hold on to it. Brix swipes it out of your hand, but in doing so, loose granola and berries fly all
yeah,
over
I
the
wasn't
place.
done.
Sick.
It's like,
Oswald,
I didn't want you to not take the
Oswald
bowl
needs
because
to
it
do
was a
something.
bowl.
Yeah.
It had my breakfast.
Oswald just
Oh yeah, I-
Dear Diary, it's been 2 weeks since I was sent out to try and go find some dice and other goodies. I couldn't find the shop and now I seem to be lost in the woods. If only I remembered that LibrisArcana.com exists and I can go on there and I can order all kinds of dice and leather book covers and stuff and sign up for a monthly dice subscription. And even get 5% off my final order by entering in the code GUILD. Oh well, at least I still have my rolling rocks to play with here. Yay.
Okay, so where were we?
looking
I was
for
at
a
the
druid.
counter seeking a powerful druid.
Ah, yes. That's right. The person at the counter tells you that, yes, there is in fact a druid working at this guild hall right now. He is currently outside in the, like, entranceway area, maintaining all the, like,
Oh,
vegetation.
oh, that's cool. Knack, awkwardly turns and is about to walk away without saying anything. And then he stops and turns around and waves and says, "Thank you."
Oh,
You're welcome, buddy.
He then walks outside.
And don't forget to have fun.
Anyway,
He keeps going outside.
As you leave and go out the door, the dude is still in the pose where he's pointing at you and smiling with a tilted head.
It's a glitch. It's a glitch. Anyway,
No, he's just a really weird dude.
he's just super fun. Mac feels a little better about himself.
Aw.
He goes outside and he looks around to try to spot. He closes the door.
Yeah.
So he can't see that weirdo anymore. And then he scans the area for said druid.
Alright.
He can spot him pretty easy.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well,
Shit to
you
DD.
spot a rather lanky-looking, awkward dude in a scarf, and he has glasses.
Knack looks at him and feels a little nervous to approach him. But he shuffles up. He says,
excuse me.
Yeah. I'm doing something.
I,
What would you like? How can I help you?
God.
So sassy.
I am.
he gets frustrated with himself.
I'm a member of the Jonstrom Guild. I hail from the Bell Glades. I seek assistance in a ritual.
Oh, yeah, you're one of those old-school druids. I see. Okay.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Well, what do you want? What is it? What is it? What is it? Come on. I got stuff to do, man.
He's Knack likes to take things nice and slow, so he's a little bit panicky.
My matcha tea is getting cold.
Oh, I hate this guy.
I hate him now too. He reaches into
I still
his
like
grass skirt looking for the mannequin that he's created, and he can't find it. And then Honey Badger brings it to him and hands it to him. He pulls out a crudely crafted small humanoid figure made out of compost with a medium-sized robotic arm, crudely affixed to it.
I need assistance constructing a homunculus, a boggin, to assist me.
All right. Well, first of all, love the little doll. Great. Love the compost thing. It's very green living. All about it. Arm, disgusting. Gotta go. Get rid of it. I hate it. Get rid of it.
He stares down at it silently, looks up.
No, I must insist.
Look, all this technology nonsense, it's just ridiculous. We can all just live from the earth, and it's perfectly great. It's great. It's all we need. It's better than what we need, frankly.
Knack shakes his head, and he says,
No, not nonsense. Much to learn from this. It can
much
work.
to learn about the hubris of man, maybe.
I like this guy.
Roll for initiative.
yeah, do I need to do a diplomacy check here? I will if I need to.
Sure.
Knack isn't very good at putting things into words. Hold on.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I think you could make a far better homunculus just using what what the Earth gives us. I think, frankly.
This boggin is for my studies. I must combine these elements to make it work.
As far as I'm concerned, I think the only studies that we should be doing is how to improve our society
Fuck's sake.
using just what the Earth gifts to us. I'm working at the guild purely so that I can try and change the way that society thinks from the inside. No more of this bastardization of the Earth.
My people have instructed me to conduct a study. The people of Bell, they would be very happy with you if you assisted me.
Oh yeah, I bet they would. Those
Does he not give
conservative dicks.
Wow.
He's a new wave druid. he worships the same god you do, but in a new and exciting way.
Knack is, very exciting, Jeph. Very exciting. I love this hip new fucking NPC you've
This
created.
That's his name.
He's just fucking
hipster.
shitting all over me right now.
You should stand up.
His name is Eric.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nack stands up, towering over him, and thrusts this thing into him.
He is visibly far more uncomfortable now that
He
you're like
steps
stood
forward.
I insist.
Ah!
This is very important to me. To me.
And he leans forward with his mask in his face.
Look, alright, maybe I'll look into it, but not because I think it's a good idea. Maybe I just want to look into it to show you why it's a bad idea. Okay?
The fibers I've chosen will work. They will intertwine. You will make this work.
Okay.
Shoves it into his
Look,
chest.
okay, you know what? Fine, but it's not because you told me to, it's because I want to. Alright?
He
Fine.
crumples back down into a tiny little bush.
Thank you.
Sure, whatever. I gotta, trees.
I gotta
He
go
leaves
clean all
it.
this
He
shit out of my
power
He
walks
then
away.
fish it. No, wait,
No.
no, wait.
Go on.
He fishes into his pouch and pulls out a little pouch of pocket change. He says,
How much do I owe you?
I don't need it. It's fine. I don't need your money.
I will return in 7 hours.
Okay. I will. I'll have bots prepared to tell you why this is a bad move.
Perfect.
He then walks away to rejoin his friends.
He then jumps. 50
And then,
feet.
He leaps onto the roof of the building. Yeah,
As you do that, you hear Eric on
100%. He grabs onto the edge of the roof with all 6 of his limbs and scuttles around and stares at him.
poking out of the thing so
Yeah.
Eric can see all
Yeah,
6 limbs.
he
He's
scuttles around to face him and hisses and then crawls over the roofs out of sight.
Eric has never lived anywhere but King's Peak, but likes to pretend that he's very worldly.
Let me tell you about it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Knack crawls around the building, gets back into the guild hall, goes back into the tavern, and sits back down at the booth before these guys can finish their little fucking granola.
I'm gonna
kerfuffle.
say, when you are coming back, is when Art's just fucking have it.
I like to imagine that as soon as Nack walks through the doors of the tavern is when the granola goes everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Knack flinches backwards in fear, noticing all the granola and berries fly everywhere. He then rushes forward and starts picking them up individually and putting them into his hand.
Okay, cool.
Well, at least someone's benefited from that interaction.
Fucking Eric.
The 5-second rule does not apply to Knack.
No.
Of course not.
Oh,
His life's covered in mud, it's fine.
yeah.
Art, I think it's important, again, to continue to look on the bright side of things. If we're ever camping, Brix now has enough bowls for all 4 of us. So, you could say this is preparation for when we inevitably have to rough it.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. Do you guys want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm helping.
I
Brix.
actually fucking love that so much.
What?
Yeah, just the fact that now Brix has enough balls for when you go camping.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I can't argue with that.
You can't,
I
no.
can't. That's some sound logic.
I just love the sure. Art's just so done. He just wants to go home.
When I hear the party mentioning that we should leave, I chime in.
Oh, can we stay in town a bit longer? I am seeking assistance on a ritual that I need time with.
Ooh.
That's not weird. We could take a job in town, I guess.
I'm not going to pretend like I have anywhere else to be, so fine.
Yeah.
Knack gives 2 thumbs up.
You bastards.
Paper, paper, paper.
She's hopping around everyone.
We could do a quick job. It doesn't need to be like too intense or crazy.
Yeah, you could do a quick job. So you guys walk up to the job board and you're about to take something when Libra hobbles back up to you. He's like, guys, do you want a job? I have a job. It's the job that I was supposed to take with those idiots last night.
Do you have a paper?
I do have a paper.
Ooh.
Okay.
Am I going to be stabbed with machetes?
Probably not.
Ooh, I like it.
Alright. Okay. So he, like, reaches into his bag and he pulls out the paper, rolls it out in front of you real quick. I was just supposed to go up to the wall at the border and stay there for this guy's entire shift. I don't have the patience for that. I don't know why these guys wanted this job. Probably, I guess it's easy money, but Jesus, man, I gotta go back to Jonstrom.
Easy money, you said.
It's not a whole lot, but again, you just gotta sit by a wall.
I love sitting.
Yeah? You want it? I am going back to bed.
That's probably for the best.
If you guys don't take it, I'm gonna put it up on the board.
I take the paper.
No.
Alright, thank you.
And then I pass it to Brix.
Yay!
Sick. Alright. Guys. You're all gems. Thanks. I'll see you later. Oh, God. He stumbles back up the stairs the whole time, like he's got one hand on his face, like, ugh. Why did I do this? Not only did he waste his time getting up that early in the morning, but he also, like, kind of pissed off those guys by not going to the job with them and taking the contract.
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Poor boy.
After 8.5 hours of absolutely jack and shit. Sounds good.
So you get 20 big ones.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah.
20 big ones for washing the wall.
Wow, it was so... Can't believe that wall watch was so uneventful.
Dude, absolutely fucking nothing happened.
Absolutely
No
nothing
wonder
happened.
no one wanted to take this guy's shift.
Yeah.
My God, I don't blame them. You go back to the guild hall and turn in your shit and get some money. Get 20 gold. Because you're just splitting up that dude's fucking paycheck from that day.
I already added that to my totals.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna go find that druid real fast. That fucking asshole.
Oh, right.
Oh, Eric?
It's time. It's time to get my little doughboy back.
Okay, well, he's pretty easy to find. He's just in the main guild hall area at one of the tables.
Okay.
Hanging out. With your gross-ass thing sitting on the table.
Stand up and I stomp towards him, knowing that this worked last
Yeah.
time.
He's like, oh...
How did it go?
Dealt with your thing. It's here. Just take it. I don't want it.
I grab it and I stare at it and squint and inspect it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look okay?
I mean, it looks fine. I don't know what you were expecting to happen. Honestly.
I needed someone with craft wondrous item. Like a higher level druid to build it for 8 hours.
Okay.
That was the whole purpose of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Being satisfied with the way that it looks and if it's sturdy or whatever.
Yeah. It definitely is like.
Got some heft.
Yeah.
If it's
It's
good,
well crafted.
If it's good, I shake it around a little bit.
It's like needlessly artistic.
Sweet. Okay. Good. I put it back into my cloak. I nod to him. And I say, "Thank you."
He says,
You will be spared in the future.
I reach into my cloak and I pull out 30 gold, and I place it next to him, and I walk away.
It's. I don't need it.
But he
Stuffs
takes
it in his
yeah.
pocket, like, real quick.
I shuffle back to the party.
Alright, so now you guys are back in the guild hall, and everything's terrible, it's burning to the ground. No, you guys wish. You guys fucking wish. But as you guys entered the guild hall initially to hand in your thing, you did notice that there was a timid-looking dwarven man hanging out, just waiting by the door, just looking scared.
Scared?
Yeah.
Art's going to comment on him as we go in, or to him as we go in, and say, "Is everything okay, sir?"
Not really. I need help, and I didn't know really what else to do. I did ask City Hall, and they said my issue wasn't really important enough to send out like military or anything. So I didn't know what else to do other than post a job, and I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to come and take it.
And what would that be?
Well, I work over at this mine. It's a tiny little town, a little ways away from here, and there's been some strange creatures or something attacking us, and it seems like nobody's really taking us seriously. They're saying like that we should expect to be dealing with some creatures being out in the boonies and all that. So I filled out all the forms. I hope I did it right. I'm not really sure. I haven't really been in the cities very much. So I put it up, and I've just been waiting here to see if anybody takes the job. I didn't really know what to put as a description goes, aside from saying that, we've been being attacked by some kind of a critter.
Well, all right. Well, we might be able to take a look at that. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I'd be willing, on one condition. Do these, as you call them, critters, do they wield machetes? As I've recently developed a phobia.
A severe allergy to machetes?
I'm allergic, I've learned, to machetes.
Honestly, sir, I couldn't really tell you what these critters have.
Oh.
Psst. What's a critter?
Well, my little friend, you're a critter.
Yeah.
Critters are my specialty.
Wait.
Are you terrorizing the countryside, young lady? I mean, the job we just finished was slow, so I see no reason why we can't take on a new one. And I walk over and I look for the one specifically that he put.
Yeah. Can I get any benefits for bounty hunter with collecting critters?
I mean, at second guild level, you do start getting benefits for, like, handle animal and shit.
Ooh. Sick. Okay, cool. I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's
I've got
my
lots
paper
of skills
say?
for this kind of thing.
Right, so the job's name is Task in Tremoria, and the type is Bounty and Treasure Hunting.
Oh.
Yeah. It was posted by a man named Lockreed Snowbird. The info is basically all the things that he's already mentioned, and yeah.
Nack is very excited to go hunt some critters.
Where's Tremoria?
It is a day and a half's travel,
You've taken us so far from home,
Ah, feck.
a little bit to the east. There's no train routes or anything.
Super feck.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, there are roads.
Shouldn't have sold that
Hats.
car.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so you guys go and grab the paper, and I assume you go and meet up with Lockreed again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And once you, like, shuffle back and show him that you have the paper, he's like, my horse and cart's packed up by the train station at the entrance of town. We can get to Tremoria with that. I assume y'all got camp gear?
Hey everyone, you just listened to episode 15 of the Killustrators. It's me, your good editor boy, Adam. I'm not Adam. I lied to you. Thank you so much for listening. A special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incomputech.com for the music. He does an awesome job. Episode 15 will drop on YouTube this Friday. And 2 weeks from now, there's going to be a new episode. I suspect it'll be episode 16, so come back for that. If you really like picking up what we put down, you can check us out on Twitter at Killustrators. All the links for our individual Twitters are there. It also has links to our other social media. And hey, if you really like hanging out with folks who are into the show as well, you can check us out on Discord. There are links on our Twitter, and probably a link in this description. I don't know. I don't write this stuff. It's the good editor boy that does that. That is not me. Anyways, if you want to give us a review on iTunes, that would be super helpful. We don't pay for advertisements, so anything to help us get in front of more eyeballs would be great. Share it with your friends. Share it with your frenemies. And yeah, thanks so much for listening. See you in 2 weeks.